All right, so I feel mostly insane. I have to admit, and anyone the few people who have watched any of my videos probably think that I'm insane. But the reality is coming out now. Okay, we've had Trump in office for 2 days. All of the tech bros that I've been talking about were there at the inauguration. Now we're talking about something called Stargate with Larry Ellison and the Chat GPT guy getting together with $500 billion. Right. All of this is happening. I want to talk to the people of the United States first. All of this is happening, $500 billion, while you are looking for work, while people are getting laid off in the hundreds of thousands in the tech sector in the United States. This is not about bringing jobs to you, I'm sorry to say. That's inside the United States. Outside of the United States, where I am, where I worked and worked and worked only to have the companies that I worked for taken over by Americans and destroyed. Okay? Outside of the United States, this is war. We have tariffs coming here in Canada against us from the United States after the United States have bought up our companies, chewed them up, and spit us out. And then they are shitting on us, telling us that we are the bad guys. I'm talking to Europe. I'm talking to Canada. I'm talking to Greenland, which I would never mention. I'm sorry, Greenland, that I typically would never mention you. This is war. The United States is on their last legs of empire, and they want to use AI and their stranglehold on social networks, etc., 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 against you. Why do I say that? Because these companies we know should have been broken up. Amazon should have been broken up. Google, which I like, and I hate that I like them, but I like them, should have been broken up. Meta should be broken up, but they are not breaking them up. Oracle, Oracle is such shit, and Larry Ellison is such a fucking loser. But they have a lot of money. But they are not splitting them up. What they are doing is putting them all together to make them more powerful. Why are they doing that? They are doing that for empire because they feel that these companies together will make the American empire stronger. It is not for the workers. It is not for the Americans. It is to declare war on the world. I'm here today to say that it is time to take on Oracle. It is time to take on Meta. It is time to take on Amazon, and it is time to take on Google. But it is time to take these companies on outside of the United States of America, because in the United States of America, as we have seen, these guys are so far up Trump's ass, nothing is going to compete with them. So it must be done outside of America. I am willing to work, of course, I've always been willing to work, with any company that wants to take these fuckers on. These people with their heads so far up their own asses and their tongues so far up his ass. As I said in an earlier video, I spent my entire life fighting against Microsoft. Tens of thousands of us have. There is a new war now. And I'm happy to be outside the United States. And people might even say to me, Blaine, you're insane. You're posting this on whatever, and you're never going to work again. It is time for things to change, people. These things that I'm saying may sound insane, but we have now seen what is happening in the United States. And it is time for those of us outside of the United States to create competition for these companies. It is ridiculous, and it is completely out of control. Listen, how would you feel if it was a Chinese company that was dictating all of your social networks and your databases? How would you feel if it was a Russian company? Think about these things. The soft sell is done with the United States. It is the hard sell now. It's time for us to tell them to fuck off. And the most important thing to remember is that most of these companies are riding on open source software. You know, Oracle has their own private database, but I don't give a shit about that 99.999% of the time. It's time to fight war. And we're not going to get paid as much as we would from an American company. So what? Let our property values fail. I don't care. It is absolutely a fucking war at this point in time. We pay what we can pay to provide the same level of service as these American companies that are using this only to destroy us. I will not forgive any of these fuckers for standing up with Trump. They are doing it for their own good. They just fucked so many of their fucking employees and customers in other countries. There's no forgiveness. It's over for you. It's time to fight the fucking war. You're living off of free software. We will take it back and we will fucking destroy you. You fucking losers. That's my message. Anyone that wants me to work with them for free or for money, I'm out there. You need some PhDs as well. Like, I'm not that great. It's time to go on the attack. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.